Texas sues TikTok again. It's January 10th, 2025, and these are your headlines. Attorney General Ken Paxton has just filed a lawsuit against TikTok and its parent company ByteDance, accusing the Chinese-owned social media platform of endangering minors and deceiving parents about the safety of its content. Now, the lawsuit alleges that TikTok misrepresented the prevalence of inappropriate and explicit material on the platform while also targeting young users with addictive features. According to Paxton, TikTok falsely maintained a 12 and up age rating in app stores, claiming that content depicting drugs, nudity, alcohol, and profanity was infrequent and mild. However, an investigation by their office revealed that minors frequently encounter an endless stream of harmful and explicit material. The lawsuit also accuses TikTok of knowingly designing the platform to exploit children's vulnerabilities, keeping them engaged for long periods of time with addicting features like infinite scrolling and algorithm-driven content. The filing further alleges that TikTok's practices exacerbate mental health issues in minors, particularly in young girls, leading to body image problems, eating disorders, and even instances of self-harm. Despite being aware of these risks, the company failed to disclose them and instead promoted the platform as a safe environment for teens. Paxton seeking a permanent injunction to stop TikTok's deceptive practices, as well as civil penalties and other legal remedies. And if you're wondering if this has happened before, well, it's not the first time the Attorney General sued TikTok. In October, he sued the company for violating the Secure Children Online Through Parental Empowerment Act, or the SCOPE Act, accusing of operating in a manner that compromises the online safety and privacy of Texas children, and that lawsuit is still ongoing. One of our new congressmen from Texas has introduced a measure that aims to codify into federal law some of the most effective immigration policies from President Donald Trump's first term. The member, Republican Representative Brandon Gill, who introduced the Return Excessive Migrants and Asylees to International Neighbors in Mexico Act of 2025, known as the Remain in Mexico Act. The first Trump administration implemented the Remain in Mexico policy in 2019. Officially, it's called the Migrant Protection Protocols, and the policy permitted the U.S. government to move foreign nationals who illegally crossed the southern border back into Mexico while they awaited immigration proceedings. And this new measure would require the Homeland Security Secretary to reinstate the Migrant Protection Protocols. Also, by the way, according to Representative Gill, President Joe Biden invited more than 10 million illegal aliens to flood the country. And he says the Democrats have made it their mission to prioritize those illegal aliens over American citizens.
The odds of winning the lottery are already slim.
Get ready to play the games of Texas.
But in 2023, with the third largest jackpot on the line, it became nearly impossible for the average Texan to win. It turns out, it's hard to compete against an international gambling syndicate buying up $25 million worth of tickets. How did they pull it off? You might be shocked to learn with the help of the Lottery Commission itself. That's just one of the stories we're uncovering in Season 9 of Exposed. We're pulling back the curtain on the rigged games, political corruption, and corporate scandals that have plagued the Texas lottery for years. Listen to Exposed, Gateway Drug, and discover the truth behind the numbers.
Exposed, Season 9, available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
A federal court in Kentucky drove the last nail in the coffin of the Biden administration's attempt to put radical transgender ideology into the nation's schools, rejecting a rule that radically interpreted Title IX, a 1972 civil rights law that was originally put in place to protect women from sex-based discrimination in education. Riley Gaines, you might know her, a college athlete turned activist who's been an outspoken critic of allowing males to compete in female sports, called the ruling a huge win for girls. Biden's interpretation of the law would have undermined protections for female students, forcing K-12 schools to allow boys into girls' facilities and activities. A decision issued Thursday found that Biden's Department of Education exceeded its authority when issuing that, by the way, 1,500-page, big thing, 1,500-page rewrite of Title IX that added gender identity as a protected class and threatened to withhold federal education funds from schools that didn't comply. Federal court in Texas had already struck down that Title IX guidance, documents issued before the adoption of the proposed final rule. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.